undeniable that 2025 has been a great year for gaming. As a matter of fact, it performed so well in all genres of gaming that it could be considered one of the best gaming years of the decade. Now, if you're excluding Roblox, which arguably had its worst year ever, then most of all games have performed well. To break this down, we will go over this in three parts: indie games, AAA games, and an overview, just to demonstrate how great this year has been for the gaming community. My name is Lore Signal, and this is 2025 Gaming Explained. Let's get into it. Let's be honest, we all enjoy a good indie game, from some good old cooperative friend slop to a short immersive horror experience or a fun continuing series of simulators, or maybe even a pleasant mixture of them all. We enjoy watching our favorite streamers and content creators play these games and playing them ourselves. 2025 has been no exception. And yes, Silksong obviously took the cake for indie games this year. I mean, hell, it's even nominated for Game of the Year. By the time this video comes out, those might be over, but whatever. We will discuss Silksong, but first let's go over a few other indie games that also performed really well this year. Peak is an immersive, hilarious climbing game you play with your friends. There are different mountains you need to climb on the island you've crashed on, and you and your friends need to survive and make it to the peak, the ultimate mountain. Along the way, you have to deal with a large variety of challenges: poison, hunger, not enough supplies wearing you down, cannibalism, strange mystical occurrences, dangerous foods, giant bugs, the Scoutmaster. He's a guy who got left behind and became an evil entity that haunts the island and kills you if you desert your friends. And of course, the one and only God Bing Bong. It's a great game with a unique style to both the art and the gameplay. Repo is a game that takes a very similar style to Lethal Company. The overall idea is the same, however, Repo has its own fun twists and turns that make the game very special and unique in its own way. Let's get into it. In Repo, you play as small robot machines that go to different locations on what appears to be a distorted world. You scavenge these areas that are haunted by all sorts of abominations and gather scrap that you sell, sort of like a Jawa from Star Wars. You can use this money to buy upgrades to continue your journey and continue to find more scrap until you die. Ta-da! Before we dive into the king of indie games this year, there are a few more indie titles that need to be mentioned. Expedition 33 is technically an indie game, although it does seem more like a AAA title, to be honest, but it's not. It's indie. This is also a Game of the Year nominee, and it's a turn-based RNG fighting game that people have really loved. Water Park Simulator by Kplay, a popular YouTuber and streamer, is pretty much the biggest simulator game this year, so it needs to be mentioned. Megabonk is a popular indie title that was released this year as well in the indie genre. It's a fun, goofy platformer game where you grind and level up to defeat stronger and stronger enemies. I do also want to mention Hellmar. It's a small interactive horror game that is in development and the demo is currently available. I mentioned this one because it's one that really stood out to me because it was so unique. However, there are tons of good indie horror games that came out this year and I recommend looking into them. Schedule 1 is also a hilarious game that was made by one guy. Go check that out because it's a crazy game. Are We There Yet came out much later this year. It's a game where cigarettes, beer, and pure grit are your only ways to get your RV out of a forgotten land known as Mabutts Valley. It's very goofy, but it's very fun to play with your friends. Okay. Silksong. Amazing game. It took the indie genre by storm and decimated every online gaming store known to man. It was incredible. I loved it and it 100% kicked my butt the entire playthrough, but let me tell you, it was worth it. And what's crazy, I didn't even really make it that far in the game. Like, I got like an Act 2 ending. Like, that's about, like, I explored a bit, I got extra items and stuff, but like, I have not even made it to Act 3, and it was, like, it's crazy. I personally hope this wins the Game of the Year, not gonna lie, and if it doesn't, I think it had a good shot, and I'm glad it made it as far as it did. And those are the biggest highlights for indie genre this year. As always, tell me if I missed any games y'all would have liked to see mentioned, and now, on to the next section, AAA games. AAA games. A lot of people say that AAA games can ruin gaming with high prices and over-prioritize graphics over gameplay, and in a lot of ways it can. The gaming industry's a lot of the time focus on, high graphics, high FPS, and making more money than what gamers actually want to happen with the game. However, 2025 had some really good game releases. Let's get into it. Oblivion Remastered was a fan favorite this year. A remaster, obviously, of the beloved Elder Scrolls 4 came out earlier this year, and gamers, including myself, had an absolute blast exploring this game. It was a great recreation of the original, and I really hope they remaster Fallout 3 because people really want that, and I would definitely play that. Another great AAA game this year was most certainly Arc Raiders. The game is a shooter game that plays similar to Fortnite from what I understand. From what I get, you fly in on a ship, you drop down, you defeat some enemies, and you extract loot and get picking up again by your ship. I personally haven't played it, but it's performed really well this year and is apparently super fun. Battlefield 6 is personally my favorite AAA release of this year. The gameplay is phenomenal, the graphics are the best I've ever seen, the different modes in the Battle Royale are insane. This is considered a next gen in gaming, like no joke. This game was truly a milestone for gaming and everybody knows that. COD kids may say that it's not, but it is. This was a huge comeback from the Battlefield the Battlefield games in general after the pretty disappointing release of 2042. This game dominated the FPS genre this year, even though it didn't come out till October. It's even been nominated for a few of the Game of the Year awards, and I really hope EA continues the good work like they do with this game. Now, unlike Battlefield 6, Black Ops 7 was a disappointment. There have been some really good games in the Black Ops franchise, and this game simply was not one of them. It is considered to be one of the worst Call of Duty games ever made. It's disappointing to see that a series with so much potential that used to be so good has really fallen off. This game was dominated by Battlefield 6, and Battlefield 6 mostly drove the already dying COD franchise into the dirt. Now, Nintendo games performed pretty good this year as well. With the release of the Switch 2, it kind of had a comeback. A game called Donkey Kong Bonanza is literally a Game of the Year nominee. Not some side award for the Game of the Years, but for the Game of the Year nominee. Up there with Silk Song and Expedition 33. Donkey Kong Bonanza. If this wins, I'm going to be disappointed because I want Silk Song to win because Battlefield 6 is not, fortunately, nominated on the Game of the Year. It's nominated for some side awards. But I'm ranting right now. But if Donkey Kong Bonanza wins, I'm gonna laugh. That would be hilarious, and I would kind of be down for it. Sonic Rumble and the new Mario Kart also did pretty good this year, along with basically every new and some older Switch games as well. The Switch 2 released this year, and that was a pretty big thing. Now, a few other AAA titles that I want to mention that released this year are Silent Hill F and Dying Light: The Beast. Personally, I did not play these games. I have never played these games. Apparently, they were kind of good. They came out this year and they did well. Silent Hill is still going strong, and I believe this was the sequel to the original Dying Light game. And hey, W Silent Hill, W Dying Light. You guys will have to tell me how those games were because personally, I never played them, but I thought they looked cool. Now, before we close out the AAA title part of the video, I do want to mention a few upcoming games. We have 3 in particular that I want to mention. First off being GTA 6. It got delayed again. It got delayed for the millionth time. It was going to release May of 2026 and has now been pushed out to November of 2026. So add that to the list of 50,000 delays. Another one I want to mention is the new Wolverine game is coming out. It looks like it plays similar to the Spider-Man games that came out a few years ago. Those were pretty good. But obviously, it's Wolverine, so it's a bit more adult. Got some way more violent, But it looks good, especially if it plays similar to the way the Spider-Man games played. I think that could be that could have a lot of potential. And then personally, the one I'm most excited for to be releasing soon is Resident Evil 9. I'm a huge fan of the Resident Evil franchise, so Resident Evil 9, which is Resident Evil Requiem, was announced a few months ago, and I think that looks really good. Okay, so this is completely off the script. So for this video, I basically never script my videos, but for this video, it actually did have pretty much an entire script that I had planned out. This is just gonna be like completely off script. So I just want to go on a quick little rant about Roblox this year, because Roblox absolutely got destroyed this year. It's being sued by multiple states, by multiple countries. They're under so many lawsuits. They've had so much drama. It's not even funny. Like, please, just get a new CEO in there. Just get a new CEO in there, please. Now, other than that, let's talk about the games a little bit on Roblox this year. Now, the biggest genre of Roblox games was brain rot games. No joke, brain rot games. Other than brain rot games, 99 Nights in the Forest is a survival game. That was pretty popular. Block Shoots, as always, is popular. And Grow a Garden was popular. Grow a Garden broke freaking Fortnite's player count with like 24 or 25 million people active at once on Grow a Garden. And it is apparently getting a movie adaptation soon in the future. A movie. This Grow a Garden, this Roblox game is getting a movie soon. So it had like freaking 24 million people on it once, and then Steal a Brain Rot came in and broke that with 26 million. So, yeah, games this year for Roblox. We had a garden game and a brain rot game that broke the most popular game in the world, Fortnite. They broke its player count twice. So yeah, that's basically Roblox 2025 in a nutshell. Alright guys, let's wrap this up. 2025 has had some phenomenal games in both AAA gaming and indie gaming. But not really Roblox. So, comment down below, what was your favorite game this year? What game are you most excited for? I appreciate you all for watching so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll say it again. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all for watching these videos. Subscribe if you like video games. I'll see you in the next video.